वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तम् गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं नतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तमा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। सूत्रार्थो वर्ण्यते यत्र
सूत्रार्थो
वर्ण्यते यत्र
वाक्यैः सूत्रानुकारिभिः
वाक्यैः
सूत्रानुकारिभिः
स्वपदानि च वर्ण्यन्ते
स्वपदानि च वर्ण्यन्ते
भाष्यं भाष्यविदो विदुः।
भाष्यविदो विदुः।
पुनरपि
पुनरपि
असाधारणं
असाधारणं
असाधारणम्
तदुपलब्धि साधनम उच्यते
तदुपलब्धि साधनम् उच्यते
न चक्षुषा गृह्यते नापि वाचा
न
न
चक्षुषा
चक्षुषा
गृह्यते नापि
गृह्यते
वाचा
नापि वाचा
नान्यैर्देवैस्तपसा कर्मणा वा
नान्यैर्देवैस्तपसा
नान्यैर्देवैस्तपसा
कर्मणा
कर्मणा
वा
वा
ज्ञानप्रसादेन विशुद्धसत्त्वः
ज्ञानप्रसादेन
ज्ञानप्रसादेन विशुद्धसत्त्वः
विशुद्धसत्त्वः
ततस्तु तं पश्यते निष्कलं ध्यायमानः
ततस्तु तं
ततस्तु
पश्यते
तं पश्यते
निष्कलं
निष्कलं
ध्यायमानः
ध्यायमानः
पुनः अपि असाधारणं साधनम् उपलब्धि साधनम तद उपलब्धि साधनम ब्रह्म उपलब्धि साधनम उच्यते. Once again, because already told before the previous mantra, it is told very clearly that samyak jnanena ayeshaha atma labhyaha. So jnanam is the means. Jnanam is the direct means. It is the asadharanam sadhanam. Jnanam. That is the prime. That is the direct means. That is the main. The asadharana karanam sadhanam sadharana sadhanam. The satyam, ahimsa, brahmacharya, etc. All these are sadharana sadhanam. They are also required. They are vishishta sadhanani. They are secondary disciplines. Primary discipline, the primary means asadharanam sadhanam is jnana. Jnanena eva moksha. Because you are a follower of satya, follower of ahimsa, brahmacharya, doesn't mean that you can gain moksha. That jnanam is a sadhana. Without jnanam, the person may be a speaker of truth. Moksha is not possible. Speaker of truth, following the dharma, dharmika person. That is dharmika. That person is a matured person, ethical person, matured person. An ethical person need not be a mumukshu. A mumukshu has to be ethical, a dharmika. A person can be ethical, dharmika, satyavachi, but need not be mumukshu, not interested in moksha. He may be interested in swarga, he may be interested in artha and kama. That is allowed. There is no problem in that. Shastra doesn't deny artha kama for anyone. And this person is a dharmika person. He can. But that person, there is no compulsion that person should aspire for moksha. But a mumukshu has to be dharmika. So therefore, a mumukshu, if he enjoys all the secondary disciplines, satyam, ahimsa, etc., then by asadharana sadhanam, brahma upalabdhi, brahma labhyate. So once again, that asadharana sadhanam, that is jnana. Jnanena eva mokshaha. That is said again. That is asadharana sadhana. To emphasize that jnanam is a means. Jnanam is the only means. The other sadhanams are not the means. Therefore, the Shastram uses the method na iti, not by this, not by this. Chakshusha grigyate va labhyate va atma. Eshaha atma satyena labhyaha. Satyena labhyaha, brahmacharyena labhyaha, etc. Those are secondary disciplines. Samyak jnanena labhyaha, jnanam. That samyak jnanena labhyaha, that jnanam, how does it happen? Is it by pratyaksha? Pratyaksha. It is by pratyaksha pramanam, like chakshush, etc. No, na chakshusha. This atma tattvam, chakshusha, chakshurindriyena, na grigyate, kenapi purushena, na jnayate. Why? Arupatvat, because it doesn't have form. Brahma is arupa, nirgunam. Arupatvat, chakshurindriya, it can grasp from there only, from that indriya only, the perception of form starts. The rupa, shabda sparsha rupa rasaganta, shabda for shotrendriya, sparsha for twagindriya. So that sense object doesn't have form. So from where the rupam, the form, sense objects having form starts, from there only chakshurindriya. So chakshurindriya can perceive form, perception of form. Brahma is arupa. Therefore, arupatvat, that is the hetu. Arupatvat chakshusha na grigyate, na jnayate brahma kenapi. What about vacha, karmendriya, vakpani padapāyu pasta? By chakshusha, jnanendriya, and jnanendriya, other indriya is also going to be mentioned. By vacha, what about by words? That is also not possible. Why? Because anabhideyatvat, that is yet Vashakara says anabhideyatvat, vacha api brahma na grigyate. It is not available for any description. Brahma is a name what we give. Brigattamatvat Brahma. Atati vyapnoti iti atma. Atma is what it pervades everywhere. That is a name what we give. Whether it is in Sanskritam or English, consciousness, but it doesn't have any name. It doesn't have any, you cannot describe it. Therefore, no description. Achintya. So it is achintyaha. Therefore, anabhidheyaha. Avyaktoyam achintyoyam avikaryoyam uchyate. So therefore, na vacha api, you cannot describe it, you cannot objectify by the words. The words, that is a padam, as its corresponding padartha. Vagartha vivasam prukto. Vag and artha, word and meaning. They are so interconnected, entwined. When you utter the word, the corresponding, the padartha appears in the mind. So the word and its meaning are entwined so tightly, you cannot separate it. That is why Kalidasa, he compares them to Parvati and Shiva, inseparable. Vagartha vivasam prukto, Vagartha pratipattagi. So Padam and Padartha. But when we say Brahma, then what is the Padartha? Is that Padartha objectifiable? Can you imagine of a thing, a vastu, perceivable vastu object in your mind when we say Brahma? No. When you say apple, yes, but Brahma, no. Apple also, apple plus in the perception of apple, consciousness is there. Therefore, apple is. Minus apple only is. Then it cannot have its corresponding padartha. So therefore, vacha api nagrigyate. Anyaihi. Vacha vagindriyena api nagrigyate. Bhaktum na shakyate. Bhaktum na shakyate. Therefore, are not available for knowing, not available for objectification. Anyaihi devehi. Devehi tyukte indriyahi. Indriyahi api. न गृह्यते न उपलभ्यते आत्मा. What about karma? Karmana api na upalabhyate. Therefore, na is connected to all. Na upalabhyate. Dismissing the sadhanas, the pramanas by which the atma cannot be known. So, by these pramanas, by pramana, pratyakshadi pramana, and by karma, atma cannot be known. Here a note, devahi means, deva means dev, it is a deities. Every sense organ is presided over by a particular deity. So the Devaihi, the word, last class we saw, the word Deva from the Div Dhatu, Devadigana, Divyati iti Devaha. So from that Deva the word comes. Div plus the Krit Pratyagain to get the word Devaha. Now, all the sense organs, not only sense organs of perception, the sense organs of action, everything, all these are presided over by the corresponding devata, presiding deity. Because of the deity, because the samashti devata, the samashti devata is that for all the sense organs, samashti devata. And samashti, that devata, that presiding deity, presides over the sense organs. When we say devata, it is samashti. Shotrendriya of an individual, Shotrendriya of myself, and the same indriya of all, samashti, that is presided over by the devata, the faculty of hearing. As such, it is presided over by a devata. So Shotrasya, Dig Devata, we have seen Tattvabodha, Vacho, Tvacho Vayuhu, Chakshushaha Suryaha, Rasanayaha Varunaha, Granasya Ashvinau iti Jnanendriya Devata. Similarly, Vacho Devata Vannihi, Astayor Indraha, Padayor Vishnuhu, Payor Mrityuhu, Upastasya Prajapatihi iti Karmendriya Devataha. So Deva referring to the Devatas presiding over the sense organs of knowledge, Jnanendriyani, sense organs of action, Karmendriyani. So by mentioning Devas, it is referred to the Indriyas. So by any Indriyas, Atmana Grigyate, na labhyate, iti. Then Jnana Prasadena, the second, Jnana Prasadena Vishuddha Sattvaha. Jnana Prasada, Jnanam Jnayate Anena iti Jnanam. Karmani Vitpatti, therefore, Jnayate, by which Jnanam is gained. By what Jnanam is gained? Jnanam takes place only in the Antakaranam, therefore, by the Antakaranam, in the mind only. Therefore, Jnanam means Antakaranam. Antakarana Prasada, Shanti. Prasade sarvadukhanam hanirasyopajaayate. Gita. Prasada shanti. The antakaranam which enjoys tranquility, shanti. By that, the tranquility of the mind. Vishuddha sattvaha bhavati. The mind is tranquil. That indicates the mind is pure. In either way, the mind is sattva, therefore it is shanti. The mind is shanti because it is pure. That is, raga dveshas have been handled. Jnana prasada. So jnana prasadena, jnana prasada by jnana prasada is this ragadi mala nirakaranam. Nirakaranena vishuddha sattvaha. Therefore, vishuddha sattvaha, shuddha antakaranaha. Shuddha antakaranaha means it deserves to now have the vision of Brahma. Brahma darshana yogyaha. Vishuddha sattvaha. How? Ragadi dosha mala nirakaranena. So jnana prasada is the shanti, that peace, the shanti of the mind. Mind is shanti when ragadi, these malas are not there, when they are removed. How? By karma yoga and vikshepa, etc. By upasana, chitta naischalya. Therefore, jnana prasadena antakaranam, now it has become shuddhaha, shuddhantakaranaha. Sattvaha is vishuddha sattvaha, sattvaha antakaranam ityartaha. Antakaranam itself has the name sattva. Because it is made of sattva aspect of the Panchamahabhuta, therefore it is called sattvaha. So Vishuddha sattva referring to the person who enjoys the antakaranam, which is purity because of the removal of raga dvesha. Therefore, that person is Brahma darshana yogyaha. Now it deserves to have the vision of Brahma. How? By the means appropriate pramana, by Shastra. Tataha tu, then tam pashyate nishkalam dhyayamanaha. Dhyayamanaha, therefore you have to bring in Shastram. Otherwise, how the person will know? Dhyayamanaha. Dhyayamanaha, by inquiry, ekagrena, ekagra manasa, chintayan, chintyamanaha. Ekagra manasa, dhyayamanaha. So by inquiry, atmavicharena, atmavicharaha, atmavicharam kurutaha. Atmavichara. Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. Here it is not said what that sadhanam is. Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. But we know this is Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. That is, Shravanam is Shastra Vichara. For Samshaya Apanayanam, Mananam. For Viparita Bhavana, for Viparita Bhavana, Apanayanam, removal of Viparita Bhavana, that is Nididhyasanam. Therefore, that is a Jnana Sadhana. So, Dhyayamanaha, meaning Vichara, inquiry, Atma Vichara, Shastra Vichara, Shravanadi, Sadhanam, Tena, Shravanadi Sadhanam is Shravanam, and we say Shastram, inquiry, Atma Vichara. Shravanam is nothing but Atma Vichara. That is done through the Guru. So all these things are implied. So therefore, Atmanam Dhyayamanaha, Vashikara will say, he will say Dhyayamanaha. Dhyayamanaha is Ekagra Manasa Dhyayamanaha Chintayan. So Ekagra Manasa, by one pointed, by the mind, Chintyamanaha, by the mind which is one pointed, he thinks. So in the 6th chapter, we saw the 6th chapter, one pointedness. That is why all the Antaranga Sadhana, Bhagiranga Sadhana, everything is mentioned. By that, this Samadhi Abhyasa, by Samadhi Abhyasa, the mind is one pointed, it doesn't waver, it remains firmly on the object of, it remains firmly on the object of meditation. There is no wavering, there is no vikshepa. Yatha nivatastaha nengate sopama smrta. Yogino yatachittasya yunjato yogamatmanaha. Yogamatmana, the person, the meditator should practice the contemplation of like the lamp which doesn't shake because it is placed in a place where there is no wind. Nivatastaha. So that is the vichara. Ekagra manasa. Ekagra manasa chintyamanaha. So when it is said yatro paramate chittam niruddham yoga sevaya, when the mind by practice it is now fixed in Atma, then Atmanam Atmani Pashyati Tushyati. So therefore Pashyate. You can see the similarity between Gita and here. Pashyate, Pashyati. Nishkalam Brahma, the Brahma which is without parts, Nishkalam, Niravayavam Brahma, Pashyate. Dhyayamanaha Pashyate. Therefore it is not physically seen. Pashyate is equal to Pashyati. Natu Chakshusha. Dhyayamanaha San Pashyati. Nishkalam Brahma Pashyati. He enjoys, he gains the vision of Atma by Ekagra Manasa, by meditating on this. Meditation, inquiry. Our meditation is, our meditation, if we take Nididhyasanam also we can take. Nididhyasanam Kurvan, Nishkalam Brahma Pashyate. Jayamanaha. That's Nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam preceded by Shravanam and Mananam. Having received knowledge, and the knowledge is doubt-free, then for Jnana Nishta, he does Samadhi Abhyasa, meditation. So Pashyate. And Ish Vishuddha Sattaha, therefore the Jnanam happens. The Jnanam is Aproksha. Aprokshataya Janati. Aham Brahma Iti. What Jnanam? Here Jnanam is not the Jnanam of any object. It is Jnanam of oneself. Therefore it is Aproksha Jnanam. Pashyati. Pashyati means not physically seeing. Aparokshataya Janati. Vijanati. He recognizes that Tam Brahma to be oneself. Therefore, Pashyati means we have to understand it is Aparoksha. If something is Paroksha or something is available for seeing Pratyaksha, you can see, you can operate your Pratyaksha, the Pramana, Chakshurindriya and see. Here what is seeing? Seeing is knowing. Knowing means Aparoksha. Aparokshataya Janati. Vijanati ityartaha. That is the meaning. Here, before we study the Bhashyam, the last part we started, and certain things I will clarify about this Jnana Sadhana. The last class I told, we will see with regard to the Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasam, Shravanadi Sadhana, Asadharana, Karanam Sadhana. There are two schools. There are two schools that is within the Advaita. Within Advaita only, there are two schools. That is two ways of thinking. So they are not opponents. They are not opponents like the Karmata and the Siddhanti. They are not opponents. They all they all come under the Sampradaya only. They are all the followers of Shankaracharya only, but they differ in certain things. But in the end is same. The conclusion is same. Therefore, they are not opponents, but there are two different lines of thinking. So based on that, they have their own. They have their own text and the commentary on the text and the commentary to the commentary on the text. So like that, a huge literature is there. That literature, they are all studied, they are all advanced. So it is all advanced text. Therefore, it is they're all the after Prasthanatraya, after the study of all the Upanishad, then Prakana Grantha, Brahma Sutra, etc., then it is studied. So not that it is should be studied. It is there. It is good to know all these things are there. So two different these schools, lines of thinking. They are called Bhamati and Vivarana Prasthana. Bhamati Prasthana and Vivarana Prasthana. First, let us we see Shankaracharya, Adi Shankaracharya. Adi Shankaracharya, he wrote Brahma Sutra. Adi Shankaracharya wrote commentary on the Brahma Sutra. Vyasacharya wrote Brahma Sutra. On the Brahma Sutra, Adi Shankaracharya wrote commentary. Brahma Sutra. That Adhyasa Bhashya is an excellent introduction to Brahma Sutra. So, on the commentary of the Brahma Sutra is so prasanna and gambira of the Shankaracharya. So that on that, many have commented. Many acharyas in the tradition have commented, have written commentaries. The first four sutras are important. On that itself, there are so many commentaries available. Brahma Sutra Bhashya of Shankaracharya on that commentary. So commentary to the commentary. So the commentary of Shankaracharya and Brahma Sutra is called Shariraka Mimamsa Bhashya. On that, there are so many commentaries in the tradition. Down the line, many acharyas have written. Now, Padmapada, one of the disciple of Shankaracharya, he wrote a commentary, Panchapadika. He wrote a commentary called Panchapadika. It is considered to be one of the oldest tika on Shankaracharya, on Shankaracharya's Brahma Sutra Bhashya, that too covering only the first four sutras, Chatussutri, it is called. We also study in the Gurukula, Chatussutri. Four sutras are enough. Four sutras are enough. Other sutras, one can study on one's own, or this four sutra itself is enough. That is Athato Brahma Jigyasa, the first sutra. This Janmadasya Yataha, the second sutra. And third sutra, Shastra Yonitvat. The Shastra Yonitvat, Shastra Yoni. It's a compound. Two words are there, Shastra and Yoni. Shastram and Yoni. That word can be interpreted in Bahuvigi as well as Tatpurusha. Shastram Yonihi Yasya Saha Shastra Yonihi. Tasma Shastra Yonitvat. Bahuvigi. Shastrasya Yonihi Shastra Yonihi. Tasmat Shastra Yonitvat. Two interpretations. Two interpretation possible because of two different compounds. Therefore, this sutra itself is looked upon as two sutras. Therefore, it is five, really speaking. If you take it as a Bhugavrigi, the meaning is different. If you take it as Tatpurusha, the meaning is different. Then the last sutra is Tattu Samanvayat. So these are the four sutra. On that only Padmapada wrote a tika, commentary. Commentary and the commentary is called tika. This Padmapada's commentary, somehow it got burnt when he was staying in his staying in his uncle's house. Probably it's somewhere in South India only. The story I forgot. It got burnt. But Shankaracharya had his guru, Adi Shankaracharya, had heard it from him, had heard once from him. He had read for him. Therefore, Shankaracharya could recite that from memory. And Padmapada, he noted what Acharya, his guru, recited from his memory is Tika. Padmapada noted it down. So that is Panchapadika. On that, there's a commentary called Panchapadika Vivaranam by Prakashatma Yati. Yati is sannyasi. So it's a commentary on Panchapadika, written by Prakashatma Yati. It's called Panchapadika Vivaranam. So therefore, for this Vivarana Prasthanam, for this Vivarana school, the commentary by Padmapada, the Tika on the Bhashya of Shankaracharya, that is Brahma Sutra Bhashya, that is Panchapadika, and the commentary on that by Prakashatmayati, that becomes the source of Vivarana Prasthana. That is Vivarana Prasthana, and therefore Sampradaya is called Vivarana Sampradaya. There are many acharyas. There are many acharyas in that line under Vivarana Prasthana has written many texts, Vivarana Prasthana. So Vivarana Prasthana by Prakashatmayati. So that becomes the source. Okay. Then the another Prasthana, that is Bhamati Prasthana. Bhamati Prasthana, that is the another school, which is that the Prasthana that the Vachaspati Mishra, he wrote a commentary on the same Brahma Sutra. So Brahma Sutra is a main text on the text on which all these have come, all the commentaries. So that based on Brahma Sutra only, this such divisions, interpretation of Brahma Sutra, Bhashya, Adi Shankaracharya only, all these schools have come. Interpretation on the Bhashya of Brahma Sutra of Shankaracharya becomes the basis for such schools to come. Vivarana Prasthana, and the next one is Bhamati. Bhamati, why it is called Bhamati? It is the name of the commentary by Vachaspati Mishra. He named it after his wife Bhamati. These two Prasthanas, even though they contradict, but they are not really opponents. There is no conflict or there is no dispute on this Advaita, establishing this Advaita. And as I told, these both schools have got a line of works. A lot of the literature are there. So Bhamatikara itself had written many. Vachaspati Mishra, Bhamatikara we say, Bhamatikara. Vachaspati Mishra itself has written many texts. Nyaya Kanika, Tatta Bindu, Nyaya Vartika, Tatparya Tika. So many are there. So this Bhamati and Amalananda is another famous author in the tradition. Amalananda, He wrote his commentary on the Bhamati. It's called Kalpataru. On that Kalpataru, there is a further commentary by Appaya Dikshita. It's called Parimala. One more commentary is there, Abhoga, by Lakshmi Narasimha. So like that, there are many texts available for both the schools. Now, what are the contradictions, or in what they contradict? If it is asked, in what they contradict? What are the points of contradiction? The points of contradiction, there are many, but we will see. I will just try to explain what is relevant for us. There are many are there, but what is relevant for us? That I will explain. At a time, then I would have put that in a short form or something, but I didn't have time. But anyway, I will explain you. Just please follow what I'm saying. I'll try to make it as simple as possible. Important points, important differences between the two schools. See, number one, Bhamatikara. Bhamati means you know. Bhamati is Vachaspati Mishra. Bhamatikara, we say that the commentary on the Brahma Sutra by Vachaspati Mishra, that's called Bhamati. Therefore, we say Bhamatikara. And Vivarana means, it's a commentary on Panchapadika. Panchapadika itself is a commentary on the Brahma Sutra, Chatursutri of the comment on the Brahma Sutra Bhashya, that is the four sutras, or the commentary on the four sutras. So that is Panchapadika and Panchapadika Vivaranam. So Panchapadika Vivaranam and Bhamati. So these are the main two. From there only all the other literature have come. So when I say Bhamatikara, you know what I refer to, and Vivarana, you know what is referred to. Vivarana means that starting from Padmapada's work, Panchapadika onwards, Panchapadika Vivaranam, etc. Bhamatikara means the commentary to the Brahma Sutra Bhashya, starting from the Bhamati, the Tika onwards, down the line, the Kalpataru, etc. All those. Now, the views. What are the differences in their views? Bhamatikara says karma is required for generating the Icha to know Brahma. Karma is for the purpose of karma. Karmanaha prayojanam. What is the use of karma? Karma is required, or the purpose of karma is to generate the desire to know Brahma. This is Bhamatikara with regard to the karma. Whereas Vivarana Sampradaya, Vivarana Prasthana says karma is for generating or producing the knowledge of Brahma. Karma for the purpose of generating the desire to know Brahma, that is Bhamatikara. Karma for generating the knowledge of Brahma, that is Vivarana. For us, both look same, but there is a difference. The Bhamatikara, he has a support from Mundaka Upanishad. In Mundaka Upanishad, this Brahmanaha Vividishanti statement is Brahmanaha Vividishanti. Vividishanti means Veditum Icha Vividisha. That is, the Brahmanaha means not only Brahmanaha, the Brahmana, the word Brahmana means that that one aspire to know Brahma. You can take Brahmanaha. Desire to know Brahma. They've got Icha, Vividishanti. Vividisha, the word itself, derived from the Dhatu Vid. And Vividisha, Veditum Icha, Vividisha. Vividisha, Sannyasa, and all we say. You know it. Vividisha, Sannyasa, Vidvat Sannyasa. Two types of Sannyasa. So the Vividishanti. Desiring to know Brahma, how? By they desire to know Brahma by studying the Shastra, by studying the Veda, and by performing karma, tapas, etc. Therefore, Vividishanti. So, performance of karma, etc. How? That is Nishkama. Nishkama karma, by performing Nishkama karma as a karma yoga. Nishkama karma means as karma yoga. They perform karma, etc. What having intense desire. By that, intense desire for the knowledge of Brahma arises in them. By performance of karma, etc., that karma yoga, the Ishvararpana Buddhi, they perform karma, because of which the desire to know Brahma rises in them. Therefore, what is the purpose of karma? For generating the desire to know Brahma. Therefore, only the person does Guru Upasadanam and then Shastra Shravanam, etc. This is Bhamati. Vivarana says that the Shastra Adhyayanam and performance of karma, etc., that itself lead to jnana. That itself will lead to jnanam by creating desire for jnanam. The karma, etc., what you do, that will develop vairagya and that will give chitta shuddhi. So, therefore, the karma, etc., itself serves as jnana sadhanam. Itself serves as jnana sadhanam. So, the karma is for generating the knowledge of Brahma. Because having parikshalokan karmachitan brahmanaha nirveda mayat nastya krita kritena tad vijnanatam sa gurumeva vigachet. So, Shrotriam Brahmanishtam. So, therefore, by the karma, by performance of karma, karma yoga, etc., that develops, that gives vairagya, chitta shuddhi, and therefore the knowledge dawns. Because performance of karma yoga is for chitta shuddhi. When chitta shuddhi is there, therefore knowledge happens when the person is exposed to pramana. So, it is for karma for the knowledge of Brahma. Subtle difference. Subtle difference between the two. So, see, the ultimate aim is to know Brahma. The ultimate is know Brahma and get freedom. Bhamatikara says the karma meant for generating the icha to know Brahma. Vivarana says the karma itself for, etc., for generating the knowledge of Brahma. That is, they serve as jnana sadhanam, the means of knowledge. This is one point of one difference. Second point, which is important for us, the context here. Bhamatikara says, Bhamati means, again, you understand Bhamati means what? It's a name of the commentary written by Vachaspati Mishra on the Brahma Sutra Bhashya of Shankaracharya. So thus we call Bhamati. The author is Vachaspati Mishra and the thinking is Bhamati school of thinking. That is, we say, it's Bhamati Prasthana. So the second point is Bhamati Kara says, according to Bhamati school, that is the mind. The mind is the cause of the direct knowledge of Brahma. The direct knowledge. the direct knowledge for which the cause is the mind. But Vivarana Prasthana, Vivarana means you know that Panchapadika Vivaranam by the Prakashatmayati and Panchapadika, that becomes the source for this Sampradaya, Vivarana Sampradaya. So they Vivarana Prasthana, they say Mahavakya is the Karanam. Mahavakya is the cause for the direct knowledge of Brahma. One says mind, other one says Mahavakya. But both of them, they concur at the point that knowledge rises where? In the mind alone. So the Mahavakya has to be heard. Where it is heard and where the knowledge takes place, in the mind only. So both Mahavakya, mind, they produce knowledge. The difference is which is a direct cause. The direct cause they hold on to, which is a direct cause. Sakshat Karanam. Bhamatikara says, by Bhamatikara says mind. Mahavakya, it is nothing but the Shabda, the words. Tatatvam Asi, the words. That Mahavakya produces Paroksha Jnana. Paroksha Jnana. Like the mountain is on the fire. The mountain is on fire. The mountain is on fire. There is fire on the mountain. The person knows, had heard from someone. It is indirect knowledge. He has to go and see. Then only it becomes direct. So he has to verify by himself by seeing. So similarly, in the case of this Brahma Vidya, the Antakarnam with all the samskara, that is the Antakarnam, the mind, which is a prepared Antakarnam. Like here it said, Jnana Prasadena Vishuddha Sattvaha, the Antakarnam is well prepared. It has done homework. It is prepared, ready for the receiving the knowledge, the Antakarnam. That Antakarnam is the sadhanam, it's a means for direct knowledge. And Upanishad also said, Manasa eva anudrashtavyam. It is Brahma is to be known through the mind. Eto vacho nivartante. So the mind, without the samskara of without the samskara of the nididhyasanam of Mahavakya, Shravanam Mananam nididhyasanam of the Mahavakya, the mind cannot know. Therefore, only the mind which is a prepared one, the mind, karma yogena chitta shuddhi, the mind is prepared for jnana yogyata, and after jnana yogyata, jnanam happens by shravanam, mananam, nididhyasanam. Then in the mind only the knowledge take place. Therefore, in the Samskrita mind only the knowledge take place. Therefore, that Samskrita mind, that mind which is a prepared one, that is a direct cause for the knowledge of Brahma to happen. Iti Bhamadikara says. But Vivarana says, Vivarana Sampradaya, Bhamadikara says that words Mahavakya gives Paroksha Jnana. The Paroksha Jnanam becomes Aparoksha only when the mind is ready. That is Bhamati. Now, Vivarana says there is no such rule that Shabdam, the Shastram, Shabda Pramanam can give only Paroksha Jnana. You cannot say. Shabda Jnanam can give Paroksha Jnanam. Iti, you cannot say. Best example, our Dashamaha, the Dashama example, 10th man. The 10th man example, I think the story you know. Who is the 10th man? The 10th man when a guru comes and points out, you are the 10th man. That is paroksham or aparoksham. When the Guru comes says, the missing man is you, the 10th man is you. It is aparoksha. The words gives jnanam. What jnanam? Is it paroksha jnanam? After that he has to verify. No, aparoksha. It's aparoksha jnanam. And Swamiji gives an example, a beautiful example for this aparoksha jnana. I think I told you this before. When Swamiji was traveling to Rishikesh, a person was sitting next to him in the flight. He also wanted to go to Rishikesh, and he was telling Swamiji that he wants to go to Rishikesh to meet Swami Dayananda. Dayananda is very next to him. So when he says, I am Dayananda, what jnanam is that? Aparoksha jnanam. The person whom you want to meet is myself. So aparoksha jnanam. So therefore, we can call a jnanam to be a paroksha when the mind is in not contact with it. But Atma is always aparoksha, nitya aparoksha. So therefore, like in the example, 10th man, it can give direct knowledge. Mahavakya produce direct knowledge. So therefore, it is not paroksha and then it becomes aparoksha. Because of the pratibandha, because of the samskara, the vasana, because of some obstacles in the form of the samskara, the vasana, etc. Then this vision may be obstructed, but jnanam is always aparoksha. You are that. What is that? You are that is you are that. Aparoksha jnanam only. It is always aparoksha only. It is not paroksha and then becomes aparoksha. So Shravanam gives aparoksha jnanam. Then what about Mananam and Nidya? They are only for removing the obstructions. Therefore, Shravanam is the sadhanam. So Upanishad is a pramana that reveals the knowledge by hearing, by Shravanam. Because the person is not prepared, there are some pratibandhas. He has got doubt with regard to Shastram, Shastra Shanka, Pramana Shanka, Prameya Shanka, as well as Viparita Bhavana. These are the obstructions. In order to remove that, only Maranam Nididhyasana. Maranam and Nididhyasana doesn't produce new knowledge. Knowledge takes place only in Shravanam, and that knowledge is Aparoksha Jnanam only. So, since Jnanam is Aparoksha, and that takes place only in the mind, so knowledge takes place in the mind. In that, both the schools agree. But this Shravana Mananam for remove the obstacles only. And therefore, Shravanam is the main sadhana. Therefore, Shravanam is the main sadhanam. And they have support also, the Vamadeva, etc. Vamadeva, when he was in the womb of the mother, without Nididhyasanam, when he heard Tattvamasi, he gained knowledge. So he didn't do Mananam, Nididhyasanam went down. But for others, till the Brahma Sakshatkara happens, this Mananam, Nididhyasanam to be done. In fact, repeated Shravanam itself becomes Nididhyasanam. So, therefore, in that they differ. But one thing is common for them, in the mind only knowledge takes place. So, Shravanam is the sadhanam, the vivarana, and mind, in the mind is a sadhanam for direct cause of knowledge of Brahma. So, subtle difference. They say mind, the mind only takes place, but we say it is Shravanam. Even if the mind is not prepared, the jnanam what you gain is aproksha jnanam only. There are pratibandhas, therefore it is not. But jnanam is always paroksha. It is not paroksha. That Brahma aham asmi iti, you will know it paroksha, and later you confirm it. No. It is always paroksha. This is one difference. Like that, there are many differences are there. Another difference is, I will tell, and then we can proceed. Bhamatikara says, is among the sadhanam itself. Nididhyasanam is the main. Shravanam Mananam or they are subsidiary, they are secondary. Nididhyasanam is the main sadhana. But Vivarana says Shravanam is the main sadhana. The other two are secondary. Nididhyasanam is the main sadhanam for jnanam. Because the jnanam happens, that aikyam, the jnanam, atmanubhuti happens only after Nididhyasanam, not after Shravanam and Mananam. The person is not prepared. There are obstacles. Pramana Shanka, Prameya Shanka, and Viparita Bhavanas are there. So, therefore, Shravanam done, but still doubts are there. So, therefore, knowledge doesn't place only after Nididhyasanam, only after the removal of doubts, when there is clarity, clear, no, doubt-free jnana, then only knowledge takes place. Therefore, Nididhyasanam is the main sadhanam. Shravana Mananam, they are not. It's a. So, therefore, Shravanam, therefore, Nididhyasanam. So, the mind has to be prepared with the Shravanam and Mananam, and then by Dhyanam, Nididhyasanam, knowledge is this Brahma Sakshatkara is gained. Whereas Vivarana Sampradaya, it doesn't accept. He says, the Shastram is a Pramanam. Shastram is a Pramanam which produces Aproksha Jnanam. And that takes place in the mind. And Shastram is Shabda Pramanam. Shabda Pramanam can give the Jnanam, Aparoksha Jnanam in the mind. There it ends. Being Pramanam, when it is operated, knowledge happens. So Manana, Nididhyasana, they are not Pramana. They are only for understanding, correct understanding. They are only for removing the Asambhavana and Viparita Bhavana. What produces Jnanam is only Shravanam. Therefore, Shravanam is the Pradhana Sadhanam, and the other two are Sakakari. And other two are only supporting, they subserve. So Shravanam is Tatpari Nishchaya, Vedanta Shastra Tatpari Nishchaya. That what the Shastram says, clearly ascertaining that Brahma, Aham Brahma Asmi Iti. That happens only in Shravanam. Mananam is only for remove doubts, and Nididhyasanam only for Viparita, Parimula Viparita Bhavana. Therefore, Shravanam itself produces Aparoksha Jnana. Mananam Nididhyam only removes the obstructing factors. So, therefore, Shravanam, that is the Angi. Angi Anga. Mananam Nididhyasanam are the Anga. Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, these are the Angas of the Angi Shravanam. So, Shravanena Jnanam Iti. That is why we say always, we follow the Varna Prasthana. That's why we always say Shravanena Jnanam Iti. Other main difference is only one difference I will tell. That is based on the model, that Parichedavada and Pratibimbavada. That the Jivatma and Paramatma, their Aikyam is explained through these two models. One is Pratibimbavada, other one is Avachedavada. Avacheda is the theory of limitation. It's a model, the model of limitation. And the other one is Pratibimbavada, the model of reflection. The model of reflection. So we have seen what they are, that Avachedavada and Pratibimbavada. For Avachedavada, we give the example of the pot and space. The space is conditioned by the pot. The space is as though conditioned, not really, as though conditioned by the walls of the pot. So the space outside and the space inside is same, only because of the Upadhi, it seems to be different. This is Avachedavada. And Pratibimbavada, the bimba is reflected in the reflecting medium, the mirror, for example, and there is a reflection. So, and the oneness of the bimba and pratibimba, that is the Pratibimba Vada. So Pratibimba Vada, Avacheda Vada. Both the Vadas have got plus and minus. Both the Vada have got merits and demerits, and they are discussed in length. What are the merits and demerits, etc. So we can just know these are the two models. Two models are we know. We have already used these examples in many places. There are plus and minus on both. It is considered that Pratibimba Vada is good for certain things. That model is explains certain things. Similarly, Avacheda Vada. Avacheda Vada is that the gata, the walls of the pot, that is as though divides. Really, there is no division. So that gives the knowledge of the Aikyam of Jiva and Brahma very clearly. Whereas in Pratibimba, it is not so. Pratibimba, there is one more thing is the reflecting medium and what is reflected and the bimba. Bimba, Pratibimba, and reflecting medium. Three are there. Therefore, you have to interpret. Whereas in Avachedavada, the pot is mithya. So what is inside the pot space and total space, there is no difference. It is all one space only. So that model helps us to understand, helps us to grasp the Aikya, the teaching of the Shastra, the Tattvamasi Mahavakyam. But in spite of that, this Pratibimba Vada is considered to be preferable to Avacheda Vada for the other limitations, for other things which Avacheda Vada cannot explain. So therefore, Pratibimba Vada, they say it is preferable. It is not that one model is great, other model is not. But there are two models. Two models have their own plus and minus. So therefore we have no problem in taking these two models and explain wherever we require. So it's not a problem for us. But you can know these are two schools which is based on the Brahma Sutra Bhashya of the Shankaracharya. From the same Bhashya which has given to these two different ways of thinking. As I told, there are differences, but the differences doesn't matter. The differences are not that much big to create a huge, big difference between the two. So both say this Mahavakya, that is the Shastram, Tatparya of the Shastram is Tattvatvamasi, that Aikyam only. And what produces Jnanam, and in the model, etc., they differ. In their explanation, they may differ. In that explanation may differ, but they don't differ in the Tatparya. So we also, Swamiji also emphasizes much on Shravanam. Shravanena Jnanam Bhavati. Once you hear, once the Shravanam is done, Jnanam takes place. Because this Jnanam is what Jnanam? You don't have, why Swamiji also emphasizes this, very important. Any other knowledge, you have to verify it. First it is theory, and then practice, like in science. First we gain theoretical knowledge, because it is at the level of theory, then you have to put into practice, that becomes your experience. This is the biggest block in spiritual life, for the spiritual aspirants. First they hear the teaching, and then they practice it. This practicing is a problem. Here there is nothing to practice. What is there to practice? Samsara is because of Ajnanam. Ajnanam goes away, you become free. What is there to practice here? No, the meditation should be done, samadhi should be gained, or this hatha yoga, etc., where you do control of your breath, pranayama, etc. You do some practice. We are always interested in doing. Our mind is oriented like that. Always we wanted to do. People also, some used to say, they always ask for some instructions. What am I supposed to do? They are interested in doing. They are not able to enjoy that being. They always wanted to do and then becoming. So that is becoming is samsara. Anything you do and you becoming is samsara. You don't have to become something by doing. Already you are. That is what the Shastram says. So therefore, the general the Upadesha, which is given in the other traditions or in the modern day, first is the theory, and then you have to put into practice till you get the result. Here there is no such thing. Here the jnanam is aparoksha, here and now. So Shravana Matrena Jnanam Bhavati. If jnanam did not happen, you cannot say. It is like a 10th man. You are that man. How can you say, I don't know that 10th man? I am the 10th man. What effort or what practice you have to do? You have to do pranayama to know that after hearing the words from the teacher, or you have to do nididhyasanam on that 10th man. 10th man is you, aproksha jnanam. So therefore, Shravanena jnanam. Then what prevents that jnanam becoming a jnana palam as to be enjoyed by the person? That is, there are obstacles. To handle that obstacles only, mananam and nididhyasanam. So, therefore, jnanam happens at the time of Shravana. That is why one has to be attentive in the class. The curriculum, we say, this is being attentive in the class, not even closing the eyes, because this is teaching. The teaching, the Shastram says, you are that. So, therefore, you are that is not to be contemplated upon. It is meant for knowing. That knowing, that knowledge takes place only through hearing, Shravanam. So it is Shabdam, the words enter the words of the Shastram enter the mouth and gives Jnanam, Arthasparanam happens. When Arthasparanam happens, it is Vidya, knowledge. There it ends. Nothing to be done after that. After that, whatever, if at all, if you do something, it is only for removal of obstacles. Therefore, what is the main means by which the knowledge is gained? Shravanam only. And if the person is Adhikari, Shravanam Matrena Jnanam Bhavati. So Mananam and Nididhyasanam also, they are not pramana. What is a pramana? Shastram being a pramana, Shabda, the words produce knowledge. Can you deny the words do not produce knowledge? The words produce knowledge with obstacles. The word doesn't produce knowledge with obstacles. Obstacles are there in the mind that prevent the knowledge taking place. We can't say even prevent the knowledge taking place. That knowledge takes place, but jnana palam, the obstacle doesn't allow the palam, the result, to be enjoyed. So therefore, in order to enjoy the results of this jnanam, that is jnana palam, therefore only the obstacles have to be removed. That is by mananam and nididhyasanam. Therefore, pradhana sadhanam, main sadhanam is shravanam. And shravanam is nothing but shastra adhyayanam, shastra patanam. That is what is called inquiry, atma vichara, shastra vichara, chara, inquiry. That is shravanam. So, this is the important point to be noted. So, therefore, having considering the differences and the commonalities of the two schools, one thing is very clear. One is Shravanam produces Jnanam, and that is Shabdam. Shastram is a Pramanam, and the Pramana to operate, you have to keep your ears open. Listening produces Jnanam, and the Jnanam is what the Jnanam produces, Aparoksha Jnanam. There is no Paroksha, and then convert that Paroksha into Aparoksha later. There is no such thing at all. That is why Vivarana Sampradaya is, that is we adhere to. So Vivarana Sampradaya. Even though there are differences, as I told, that differences may be there. One advantage is of the differences, it has given to so much literature. So if one grows in the study, one can read all those literature, but it is not easy. All this advanced text, Kalpataru, Parimala, etc., all those things. And both schools, there are many texts available. This is only for gaining more and more clarity. So, as Swamiji says, it's nothing but growing clarity. Knowledge happens, but knowledge, that obstacles on the way, they get slowly removed. So it's growing clarity. No new knowledge takes place. Every class, it is same knowledge only. The same thing is only repeated. No new knowledge takes place. Only the obstacles are removed in every class or through repeated hearing. So that is the important thing to be noted. So jnanam is paroksham or aprodaksham if it is asked. It is always paroksham. And pramanam is shastram, pramanam, and shravanena jnanam. So therefore, here dhyayamanaha means you can take it as nididhyasanam also. You can take it as nididhyasanam. Having done shravanam mananam, now he does dhyyanam, nididhyasanam for removing the obstacles, viparita bhavana. So that includes shravanam he had done, mananam also he had done. That viparita bhavanas are there. In order to make this jnanam a steady one, a firm abidance in that knowledge, it does nididhyasanam. So both nishkalam, therefore dhyayamanaha, saha nishkalam brahma pashyati. Okay. The commentary, I think we will read in the next class. We'll stop here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. धन्यवादः.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.